All right, everyone, welcome to Up and Moving. My name is Carmen. I'm a graduate student in the Department of Kinesiology and Integrative Physiology at Michigan Tech. Up and Moving is a platform that has a goal to provide activity for at-home use during the pandemic to keep people physically active. And these are archived workouts that can be found on our website at upandmoving.org, on our Facebook page, or on YouTube, or you could join us every week with these live workouts. So today we're going to be doing a strength circuit style workout. So I'll give you a little bit of an overview of what we're going to do and what we're going to need for equipment-wise. Equipment-wise, we use cans of food or boxed food if you have it. If you have dumbbells, you could use them instead of the cans. You could even use bottled water or jugs of detergent. Some of the exercises are body weight only, but you could challenge yourself more by adding that weight with the canned food or the dumbbells if you have them. So if those are things that you have nearby, you could take the time now to go grab them. Another thing that we'll be mindful of is to have a little space where you could be on the ground. There are a few exercises where we're going to be working from the floor. So maybe somewhere that's comfortable, a spot on a carpet, or if you have a towel to put down on some hardwood floor, or if you're outside, maybe a towel would work too, or a foam mat. So for the style of the workout here today, we're going to go through a warm-up. And after the warm-up exercises, we're going to do 3 what are called giant sets. So we're going to do one that focuses on legs or lower body. We're going to do 3 exercises back to back, take a break, and then we'll do it another 2 times. So 3 exercises, 3 times through. And then we'll move to our upper body, and it's going to be our pushing muscles. So it's going to be primarily our chest and our shoulders. And it's going to be the same thing. We're going to do 3 exercises, 3 times through with a break between each. And then lastly, we're going to do pulling exercises, which involves your back, your traps, and also your rear deltoids, or the back of your shoulders. So we're going to do 3 exercises there, 3 times through. Once we're done these, we're going to go through a cool down, and that'll be it for today. It's going to be a lot in a short period of time. We're going to try to stay moving, stay active, and during our rest breaks, we're going to try to keep our feet moving, keep the arms moving, and maybe during that time you want to take a sip of water. So if you want to have a bottle of water nearby, or a glass of water, or whatever beverage you would like to get you through the workout. So without further ado, I'll start the warm-up. Face this camera down so you can see everything. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is just a jog on the spot. So I'll come back here. I have my phone here for a timer. There's a few exercises that I'm going to do that involve time instead of doing reps. So that's why I got my phone here. We'll use that as a timer so everyone's on the same page. The first thing we're going to do is a 1-minute jog. So on our spot here, wherever you feel comfortable, we're going to start a jog for about 1 minute, just to get the blood flowing and to get warmed up. If you find that jogging's a little bit too much impact on your joints, or it's uncomfortable, what you could do is just side-to-side steps like this. Keep your arms moving. The point of this is just to really get some blood flowing, get the heart rate up, or you can even do a side-to-side stepped modified jumping jack, if that's more comfortable. So we got about 10 more seconds left here. Okay, now we're going to go into what's called a hip opener. So a hip opener, you're going to stand on one leg. If you need to, you could use assistance for some stability, a chair, a couch nearby, even a door handle. So you're going to stand on one leg. So I'm standing on my left leg here first. I'm going to bring my right leg or my right knee up, and then we're going to come out and come back to our midline. So up, out, and back down. So we'll do this about 5 or 6 times on each leg. What we're doing here is just opening up the hips, hence the name hip opener. Get that hip joint a little bit loose, maybe from sitting down all day. Could be a little bit tight. All right, and we'll switch legs here. Knee up and out, up and out. Once again, if you need the stability, use that chair or couch or whatever you have near you just to grab onto for some stability. May make it a little bit easier on you to focus on getting that knee up, opening it up. All right, similarly, we're going to do a hip closer. So you may guess what you're going to do is stand on one leg and you're going to start out and come back in. Instead of doing it opening, you're closing. So here we go. We're going to do 5 or 6 on each side. So out nice and wide and back to the middle. Knee out nice and wide, back to the middle. If you need that stability, use the chair or the couch, door handle, whatever you have nearby where you got some space. Okay, now we'll switch legs here. Out nice and wide, bring it back in. So this way we're working the hip in all directions. Try to prepare ourselves for those lower body exercises. Okay, one more. Okay, to get the heart rate back up here a bit, what we're going to do is we're going to do butt kicks here. So bring your heels up. You could do it walking like this if you want to feel a little bit more of a stretch, or you could do it in a light jog. But we'll do this for about 30 seconds. You may want to keep your hands behind you, so you got a little bit of a gauge of where your feet are. We got about 10 seconds left. All right. Now we're going to go into what's called a Frankenstein kick. We're going to put our hands out in front of us, and we're going to kick one leg at a time towards our hands. So try to touch your toes with your hands, just like so. If you can't get it up all the way, maybe right here's the range of motion that you have, that's okay. Whatever you could do to get a nice stretch in the back of your legs, in that hamstring area. We'll do about 8 to 10 on each side here. Okay, now we'll get into a little bit of upper body warming up here. We're going to put our hands out to our sides. We're going to do some arm circles. We're going to go forwards first in small circles. And we're going to gradually make them a little bit bigger. And then we're going to go into some nice big circles. Nice and controlled. Work that shoulder joint, okay? Arms back out into the T. We're going to go backwards, small circles. And gradually we're going to get a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, and then nice big circles backwards. Maybe a little bit tougher in a basement with the low ceiling like this, but do what you can. We'll get through this together. Have a nice workout. Get some strength exercises in while getting some intensity. All right. Last thing we're gonna do here is a 1 minute jog just to end it off. Get that heart rate back up, and then we'll start our exercises. For each exercise, I'll go through demonstrations of progressions we could do or regressions. You may be wondering what you mean by that is where you're at. There's different levels to each exercise that are suitable for a greater population. So we'll go through different variations of each. And whatever you choose to do is completely up to you, but I hope that it challenges you, and maybe next time you could try the next variation. We're always going to try to push ourselves to get a little bit better each workout. All right, 10 seconds left. All righty. So, as I mentioned previously, the first 3 exercises we're going to do are for our legs or lower body. The first one is a generic squat. So this one you could do body weight, or you could do it with your cans or your dumbbells. What you're going to do is have your feet about shoulder width apart, or maybe a little bit wider than shoulder width, whatever you feel comfortable. We're going to do 10 reps going down and coming back up. Drop down and come back up. The second exercise we're going to do right after that are lunges. Lunges, this one we're going to want to do stationary. So we're going to do 8 reps on our left leg and then 8 reps on our right leg, or vice versa. So what does that look like? You could use a chair or a couch for some stability if you wish, but you're going to drop one leg back, and then from this position, you're going to drop that back leg, the knee towards the ground, and you're going to come back up. So we'll do that 8, and then you would switch, drop the other leg back. And if you don't need that stability, you could do it stationary without holding anything, or you could do it with your weights or your cans, with your hands at your side, drop down, come back up, drop down, come back up. So choose what's going to challenge you the most. And then thirdly, the last one is going to be a wall sit. So this is an isometric exercise where we're going to be sitting in one position. So picture yourself sitting on a chair. You're going to go up against the wall. And from that position, you're going to sit there and try not to keep your hands on your knees. We're going to hold that position for 30 seconds. If you don't have a wall nearby, what I'd like you to do is try to stay in a squatted position for 30 seconds. Okay? So regular squats, I'll do them quickly here. Regular squat, we're going to go into a lunge, and then we're going to do either a stationary squat if you don't have a wall, but if you have a wall, we're going to that wall, we're dropping down, and we're going to stay there. Try to keep our hands away from our knees. Okay? So I'll let you grab your equipment if you need it. Those cans, dumbbells, whatever you need. And we'll start our first 10 reps of squats here in 3, 2, 1. Nice and controlled. And then we'll go into our lunge here. So drop that leg back, knee down, chest up, and we'll count to 8 on each side. If you can't go all the way down, that's okay. Wherever it challenges you is a good point and a good starting point. We'll work to get better. Stay nice and controlled here. Try not to hold your breath. And once you get to 8, you're going to switch legs. Start on the other leg. Okay. Once you get done with those, we're going to go straight into a wall sit or a pause squat, whatever works with you where you are. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1. We'll try to hold this position for 30 seconds. You may need to stand up or take a small break. If you do, that's okay. Just really try to push yourself here. Legs will start to burn a little bit. That's okay. It's a good thing. And we got 3, 2, 1. All right. Good job, everyone. There's our first giant set. So if you want to take a quick water break here, we're going to try to keep the legs moving just for 30 seconds. And we'll start our second giant set here. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're going into squats here. Let's get 10 squats. Once you're done with your 10 squats, those lunges, stationary, one leg at a time. Here we go. We're going to drop down and do 8. Once you get done with those 8, you're going to switch legs, drop the other leg back. Okay. This time I'll demonstrate the pause squat in case you don't have a wall nearby for 30 seconds. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to drop down and stay in this athletic position for 30 seconds, or try to keep your hands off the knees. If you want to cross your arms, maybe hold them overhead or keep them on your sides, but try not to rest your knees. Okay, 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All righty, there's 2 out of the way. So 30-second break here. Try to keep the legs moving, stay active. Okay, here we go. Last one. 10 squats. Here we go. Probably starting to feel a little bit of a burn in the legs. That's good. Means your body is adapting to what we're doing, and that's the goal here. Okay, you get done with those 10 squats, we're going into lunges. 8 on each leg, one at a time. Once you get those 8, switch legs. And lastly, we got our wall sit for the last time. We'll go back to the wall here. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We got 30 seconds. We can do this. Already at 10 seconds. Halfway there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Good work, everyone. The lower body is out of the way. We'll maybe shake those legs out a little bit. Take a drink of water. So the next one is the pushing exercises. First thing we're going to do here is a push-up. So a push-up we could either do from a wall where you're standing and you press to, or you let your body go towards the wall and you press away. That's one variation. Another variation you could do is against a couch or a chair. Legs back, nice and straight. Drop down and press back up. You could do it from your knees. So from your knees, you walk out your hands so they're just below your chest. Flat back. And we're going to go down to the ground and press back up. And then lastly, a full push-up here is full plank position. And we're going to drop our chest down to the ground and then come back up. So we're going to do those for 10. If you can't get 10 and you're not doing it against the wall, regress yourself, try to get 10. If not, do what you can. If you can't get to 10, do whatever your max is. Second exercise we're going to do is a lateral raise. This one's for the shoulders. So we're going to start at our midline here and bring our arms up to about 90 degrees. Come back to our midline, 90 degrees, just as such. So this one you will need your cans or your dumbbells. And if you don't have any, you can do it body weight. And then the last thing we're going to do here is a plank. So the first variation you could do is from your knees and your elbows. You're going to hold that plank position. And then secondly, you go up to a full plank position. And thirdly, you could do one leg. Or alternating, you could bounce in and out. Make it a little bit more difficult. So challenge yourself there. And that's it. Those are our 3 exercises. So just to remind everybody, it's going to go push up, lateral raise with the dumbbells or the cans or the detergent jugs. And then lastly, we're going to do the plank. The plank's for 30 seconds, same as the wall sit. So let's get into our first set here. So 10 push-ups. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Okay. We're going to go into our lateral raises here. Once you're ready, you're done your 10. And we're going to do 10 lateral raises. So from the side, this is what it's looking like. Arms out to about 90 degrees, or shoulder level if you want to call it that. Nice and controlled. Once you get done with those, we'll get ready for the plank. So we'll get down to the ground here, get the timer ready, and we'll start our plank in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Try to hold this for 30 seconds. All right, we're halfway there. Try not to hold your breath. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. All right. Good job, everyone. There's our first set. Got 2 more to go. So we'll take a quick water break here. Keep the feet moving. Okay, we've got 10 seconds left here until we start our push-ups. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. We're going to start our push-ups. We need 10 or your max. Here we go. Nice and controlled. Try not to hold your breath. Done with those. Grab your cans or your dumbbells if you have them. Into our lateral raise 10 times. Arms up. Into a T position. All right, once you're done with those lateral raises, we're going into the plank here. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. 30 seconds. 30 seconds of the plank. There's 10 seconds gone already. Halfway there. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. There's 2 out of the way. 1 more to go. Quick water break here. Keep the legs moving. All right, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, push-ups, 10 push-ups. Last time. Let's get 10 push-ups here. Once you're done with those 10 push-ups, grab those dumbbells or the cans if you have them. We're going into the lateral raise. Arms up into that T. 10 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alrighty. And then our plank here last time, 30 seconds. Try your best to hold it in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All you got here, this is the last plank exercise. Really push yourself, challenge yourself to stay up. You're already halfway there. You got it. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Good job. Grab a quick drink. Keep the legs moving. All right, for the next 3 exercises, these are the pulling muscles. So what we're going to do here, the first one we're going to do, probably one of the most effective back exercises we could do with limited space and equipment without machines or barbells or anything like that nature, is a simple roll. So we're going to hip hinge, drive the hips back, keep your back flat. So drive your hips back towards the wall behind you or an object behind you. And then from this position, we're going to drop our arms in front of us. So if you have those hands or dumbbells, they're going to look like this in front of you. And from this position, we're going to drive elbows first, our elbows up towards the ceiling or the sky. So from the side, this is what it's going to look like. You squeeze those shoulder blades together. That's something you could picture. Squeezing them up. Squeeze. So we'll do that 10 times. The second exercise is very similar to what we just did, the lateral raise, except this time we're going to be bent over. So from this position that we're already in, we're going to go into a lateral raise from here. So from the front, hip hinge, lateral raise. So a bent over lateral raise, it's going to hit the back side of your shoulders. So instead of hitting the side, we're hitting the back. Okay? And then the last thing we're going to do is to bring in some intensity here. We're going to do a jumping jack for 30 seconds. And we're not going to rest. That is our rest. So we're going to go with the back row, the bent over row, or the bent over lateral raise, and then jumping jack. Right back into the back row, lateral raise, jumping jack. We're going to do that 3 times, and we'll be done with our workout today after our cool down. Okay, so grab those cans or dumbbells, and we'll start our back rows. So remember, drive those hips back, hip hinge, back flat, hands out in front of you, and you're going to drive those elbows up and squeeze your shoulder blades together in 3, 2, 1. Nice and controlled. Keep breathing. And from that position, you're not even going to stand up. Keep those hands out in front of you, and you're going to go into that lateral raise position you just did previously, like you were making the T. So bent over in that position, lateral raise, bringing your arms up to the sides, hitting the rear deltoid muscle, as well as some upper back musculature there. Oh, stand down, keep going, I'll join you. Okay, once you get done with those, we got 30 seconds of a jumping jack, and we'll start in 3, 2, 1. If you can't do the regular jumping jack, the side to side modified jumping jack is great also. So either one, we're gonna move here for another 15 seconds, and then we'll go right back into those back rows. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Grab those cans or dumbbells. Hip hinge, drive those hips back. Back nice and flat, arms out in front of you. Drive those elbows up 10 times. Nice and controlled. Try not to hold your breath. Squeeze those shoulder blades together at the top. Try not to drop your cans like I did. And then right from that position, we're going to that lateral raise. Here we go, 10 times. Okay, and then we got our jumping jack for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 30 seconds of that jumping jack. Bring some of that intensity back. Halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Last one here, right into our back rows. Hips back, back flat, arms out in front of you. Drive those elbows up, squeeze those shoulder blades together 10 times. And then from that position, stay there. We're going into a lateral raise. Nine, 10. Okay, jumping jack last time. Here we go for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. All you got here. After this, we got to cool down, so try to get through it. Push yourself. Ten. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All righty. Good job. Let's get into a slow march on the spot. You can grab your water. We'll start our cool down. That is it for the resistance exercises, as well as the any high intensity movements. We'll start slowing things down here. Try to bring that heart rate back down. Do a couple stretches, and we'll be on our way. Like I mentioned before, as we're marching here to bring the heart rate down, you could find archived workouts just like this one and others, different variety of workouts, from agility, balance, even lunchtime workouts for a small lunchtime break, more strength workouts, high intensity interval training, like shorter 20-minute ones. They could all be found on our website at upandmoving.org, on our YouTube channel at Up and Moving, or on our Facebook page. So check those out if you're interested. Okay, from this march, what we're going to go into here is just a stationary. So we're going to stop here, put our feet a little bit closer together. And what we're going to do is bring our arms nice and wide, open up and look up to the sky. And then we're going to come in, wrap our arm Pull nice and tight till you feel a good stretch in your shoulder. We'll hold this for about 15 more seconds. Okay, arms out wide again. We're going to look up. And then we're going to bring the opposite arm across, grab it, pull it in nice and tight. Feel that stretch in your shoulder and your tricep. Okay, similarly here, we're going to go open, like you're going to give someone a big hug, stretch up, look up, and then we're going to bring one arm overhead here into a tricep stretch, like you were itching your own back in the shower. Here we are. We're going to grab with our opposite arm on our elbow and give it a nice pressure there until you feel a good stretch in your tricep right there. We'll hold this for about 15 more seconds. Okay, back into a big open hug. Look up at the ceiling. Okay, another arm, elbow up, like you're scratching your back. Grab it with your opposite arm and give it a nice pressure there. And feel the stretch in your tricep, as well as your shoulder. Okay, we'll have about 10 more seconds. Okay, now we're going to focus a little bit on the lower body. So what I want you to do is exaggerate your stance out past shoulder width. What we're going to do is slowly drop down with our back flat. So hip hinge, as in driving your hips straight backwards, keeping your back flat. So from the side, this is what it's going to look like. Just like this, until you feel a good stretch in your hamstrings. Not to the position where you roll your back, just wherever you feel comfortable with that stretch. So we'll get to that position, hips back. And what we're going to do is just lean to one side and feel a nice stretch into the side that you're leaning on in the back of your leg. Hamstring in the groin or adductor area right here. We'll hold that position. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up nice and slow. Same thing, drive those hips back flat. And we're going to reach over and stretch on the other side. Feel that stretch in the opposite leg there. We'll hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next one we're going to do is a knee hug. So you could do this while holding a chair if you need to, or a couch for some stability. What you're going to do is bring one knee up and bring it towards your chest, and we're going to pull it nice and tight. But we're only going to hold it for about 5 seconds here. And then we're going to switch to our other leg, pull it up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to do it 3 times on each side. So other leg up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch. Each time you should be able to pull it a little bit further. 3, 2, 1. Okay, switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, last one here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All righty. Thank you so much for coming today. I hope you enjoyed the workout. Once again, upandmoving.org is our website. You can find us on Up and Moving on our live feed on Facebook, archived workouts, also on YouTube. Thank you so much for coming today, and I hope you have a great day.